What is going on, people? And welcome back after a very long time to the Snippet Podcast. I am James, and I am joined once again with my boy Rafi. Rafi, it's
Yes,
good to be back, man.
we're
How you
back.
doing?
We're good. I'm good, bro. What about you, Tom? What are you telling me?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Obviously, we've both been doing our thing,
Yeah,
been
man.
away.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's good to be back, man. It feels a bit weird, actually. Like, when we were consistent,
Yeah,
it felt a bit more natural. It feels a bit more like
yeah. Because we're
kind of
back in
familiar.
this. We're back in this setting now. We just got to jump back into it, bro. We'll be fine, man. We'll jump straight into it. It's no worries.
Yeah, man.
So,
Cool,
yeah,
cool. Well, in that case, we jump straight into the episode.
let's go
What we
for it.
do? All right. So this episode is going to be fairly short, I think, and it's going to be a new mini series which me and Raf are going to start, and it's going to be called Shoutout City. Why are we calling it City? Actually, I'll tell you after I actually explain what it is. So Shoutout City is basically a mini series where me and Rafi just shout out a bunch of content creators. Um, And that's pretty much it, really. So I'm just going to have a little speak about them, leave
Yes.
it in the description,
Mhm.
and maybe you guys can tell us at the end, some content creators that you like as well. So yeah, why don't we call it Shout Out City? I suppose it just sounds quite cool, doesn't it, Raf?
Yeah, it's good, man. Shout out city. We're in the city anyway. We're doing our thing.
That's
That's
it,
how we
man.
are, isn't it?
All right.
Literally.
Well,
Cool.
yeah, how are we going to do this? We're just going to do this like one at a time, basically.
We
Unless
can start one by one, yeah. We could do one at a time, and then we'll probably mix with it if there's any content creators that link to each other, or we can mix it up. Yeah, we go first if you want.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, I'm going to start with one of the most common, one of the most famous YouTubers in the UK. It's Mr. KSI. Like, I freaking love the guy, man.
Yeah,
Like, a lot of people will kind of outgrow him when they get older. Like, 'cause I'm 23 years old now, and a lot of people, because I know KSI's audience is obviously for younger people, but I like growing up with the guy, man. I've been watching him since I've been 15, and
yeah.
he's just wicked to watch, man. He's an entertainer, isn't he? So
He's hilarious. We've been watching him since we were at school together, and you're like, even him probably his videos gave us some inspiration to play like back in the day, like FIFA, and like do our own like
yeah,
little comedy things. And yeah, he's good, man. He's a big personality on YouTube. Probably one of, or I was gonna say D, but there's obviously some creators that are larger than him. But he's got a big character, and it matches his audience. And he's doing his thing. Look at him now. He's bloody living how he is. He's made himself the way he is because he's just been driven.
exactly. And big up against Logan Paul as well. Hope he
Oh
wins.
yes, that is a madness and a half. Did you see that conference the other day?
Yeah, we might have to make a video on it, and kind of
Yeah,
milk it.
yeah. I'm down for that. That's madness. That's madness.
But yeah, go on, Raf. You give one.
Well, relating to KSI, I'm gonna shout out a channel that we've both been watching quite a lot actually. We just keep pissing ourselves with laughter whenever we see their videos. It's FootAsylum.
Yes,
They're
yes.
insane. FootAsylum essentially is a channel where they bring a couple of other content creators, for example, like Chunks, Young Philly, KSI, are some of them, Harry Pinera, a couple of other influencers onto their channel, and then they create a couple of shows. For example, a dating show, like the YouTubers go on a dating show with some other girls, and then at the end of the dates, the girls rate them to see who's the best. A series that myself and James have been watching quite regularly when it's been out
Yeah.
is Does the Shoe Fit? It's absolutely hilarious. You lot need to go and check
It's
that
it's
out,
one of the
man.
funniest series I've ever watched, man.
Honestly, literally, like when Chunk said it's the best series on YouTube. All right, maybe not the best series, but it's definitely
It's
up
up
there.
there. It's 100% up there,
Yeah,
man.
it's incredible, man. Honestly, you lot will have a great laugh watching it. Another video they've done, another series that they've done is with Young Philly, Chunks, and Nush when they cook for each other in the kitchen. It's hilarious. Like
Oh
some of the
yeah.
dishes they like. I won't spoil it too much, but basically they get given ingredients. They have to make a dish out of it, and at the end of it, they have to rate the food. That's another series we'd both recommend. FootAsylum overall is a wicked channel if you want to just like sit back, have a laugh with your mates, put it on your TV, and just crack a laugh. Like myself and James, we've watched some of the episodes together, and we just piss ourselves laughing. It's just so funny. The videos are honestly, but
Yeah, man.
yeah, KSI was part of that channel a little bit. Obviously, he's been doing his thing with his boxing and the Sidemen and that. But
Yeah.
yeah, just go and check that channel out when you get the chance. Full of
Yeah,
content.
man. Yeah, and also another thing is that Young Philly and Chunks, who we mentioned, have got their own channels as well. So check those guys out. They've also got super funny videos. Um, Another one from me and another known one, very known one in the community is Joe Weller.
Oh yes.
I rate Joe Weller highly, man. Joe, what did I say? Joe? I think I said it right.
Yeah,
Joe Weller.
yeah, he said Joe Weller. He said Joe Weller.
I thought I said it too quickly and it came out
No,
wrong.
no, no.
Yeah, man. I just think he's a proper down to earth dude. Again, I've been watching him for years as well, and like you've seen him grow as a person, and he
Yeah,
does like
definitely.
sick original videos, like haunted house where they go to like
They look at
haunted
these abandoned houses and
haunted
check it out.
forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just like do some really funny stuff there, and like his
Yeah.
personality as well
Oh,
matches
it's
like
so
our good
funny.
mates as well. So
Yeah.
like
Don't
he's
forget, don't forget his internet melts as well on that as well, isn't it?
internet melts, of course. Yeah, freaking hell, one of the main reasons why he blew up, I guess.
Yeah, 100%, man. Like just the
He
stuff
literally
he
just
says.
rinses people on the internet, and it's hilarious.
You can literally just look at him, and even before he pronounces the word, like the action he's doing with his face and his hands,
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
burst out laughing. He's such a great character. I rate him a lot. Yeah.
yeah, man. So Joe Weller for me, Rafi, you.
Another one, Victoria Sponge. Now, not many people know about this channel, but in brief, it's three lads from university who have created
Victoria Sponge, did you say? Sorry.
Victoria Sponge. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Three lads from uni. They've come together, made a channel, and they just make skits. Literally, it's a great laugh. For example, one of them was things that all guys do or things that all university students do, and it's just so relatable. For example, like, I've got to probably, how do I cook this food in the microwave, or I should probably go and pay my rent, stuff like that. It's just day-to-day things that you do as a student, and it's just like a video you watch that you can relate to a lot. It's full of comedy, honestly. I'll put it when we're done with this video, we'll put all the links in the description so you guys can check them out. But just like FootAsylum, they come up with some unique videos and series, and if you're looking for a great laugh, then just check them out. Honestly, man, they're just flipping great bunch of guys, and I like their
Alright.
channel a lot. But yeah, that's them.
Cool. Sounds appealing. What else have I got here? So I had Foot Asylum actually, the same as you. Okay. So this guy who I'm about to say, right?
Yes.
When his video comes up, as soon as it comes up, I want to watch it. Like I click on it straight away.
Yeah.
He's literally been like a mentor in my life. He's called Coach Red Pill.
Oh yes, I remember you speaking about him. Yes.
My God, right? Anyone who's listening, I would advise looking at his channel and watching a lot of the stuff. So, in short, he's a life coach,
Okay.
a very controversial life coach who YouTube is censoring because his views are not aligned with YouTube's views.
Oh, I see.
That's it in short. And basically, Coach Red Pill just gives fucking real, honest life advice about relationships, goals and dreams,
Yeah.
women. What the fuck? Like, yeah, women. A lot,
Good topic.
not women in general.
Yeah.
That's basically it. And, you know, with the odd miscellaneous thing here and there as well. But, like, this guy, man, I can't even tell you how much good advice he's given and how much of it I've taken.
I still
Honestly,
need to check him out. I remember you
Raf,
telling me
you've got
about
to check
him.
him out.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
man,
search
he's
him up
such a
now
cool...
and put a video on my watch later and maybe watch it. Yeah, Coach Red Pill. There you go.
A lot of the stuff he says was hard hitting as well. Hence the whole red pill thing. Like, if you
Oh, I
have
see.
you heard that saying before, the red pill? Like, if you, it comes from the Matrix initially.
Yeah.
If you,
You got the red pill and the blue pill. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like the red pill's harder to swallow, and like some of the stuff he says is like, yeah, shit, man. That's it's hard to swallow, but it's true. Like he's like 51 years old and he's experienced life, and you can listen to him.
Yeah.
It's very easy to listen to, and like, you know, you're very drawn to what he says. But anyway, I won't drag on about him.
No, I'm gonna check
He's
him out. I've got
probably
a
my
video
favorite
to watch
YouTuber at the
later.
moment.
Yeah.
Favorite YouTuber at the moment. I would highly recommend checking him out just for life advice. Top guy.
That's one of the hitters to check out.
Yeah, man.
Next for me, probably have to be, I can't pronounce the Donny's name. I'm gonna say Marques Brownlee for whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, Marques Brownlee. Yeah.
Amazing content creator, focuses on tech and cars. Like, the thing about this guy is that he's got his nice spin to his content. He gives more of obviously loads of people, when, like, for example, the iPhone 11 came out or the Porsche Taycan came out, like, it's been announced, loads of people giving reviews on it and they're saying what's good about the car, what's bad about the car. But the thing about, like, this guy is that he gives more of an opinion on the car and phone itself. Like, the thing about, like, this guy is that he gives more of an opinion on the car and phone itself. Like, the thing about, like, this guy is that he gives more of an opinion on the car and phone itself. Like, the thing about, like, this guy is that he gives more of an opinion on the car and phone itself. Like, the thing about, like, this guy is that he gives more of an opinion on the car and phone itself. Like, the thing about, like, this guy is that he gives more of an opinion on the car and phone itself. Like, the thing about, like, this guy is that he gives more of an opinion on the car and phone itself. Like, the thing about, like, this guy is that he gives more of an opinion on the car and phone itself. Like, the thing about, like, this guy is that he gives more of an opinion on the car and phone itself. Like, the thing about, like, this guy is that he gives more of an opinion on the car and phone itself. Like, the thing about, like, this guy is that he gives more of an opinion on the car and phone itself. Like, the thing about, like, this guy is how it's been manufactured, how, you know, what process the phone went to, what are like the nitty-gritty details that make it distinctive compared to it's kind of like a review, but it's like, it's a bit, he's not pushing it out saying, oh, this phone's got 10 out of 10, while this phone's got 8 out of 10. I'd recommend getting this phone rather than this. He's more giving you like an insight as to why this phone will change technology, for example, how this car will change the way people drive cars nowadays. And I really like his content. He's got a good vibe to him. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing I like about him as well, actually, I've watched him a few times, is that he, like for example, with reviewing a phone, he tends to focus on a lot of the bad things as opposed to the good things, because there's so many similar attributes in phones nowadays.
Yeah.
And he's just like, right, well, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad.
Mm.
And then all of the good things, it's like, you kind of already know.
Yeah, precisely.
But yeah, he's cool. I always question myself whether he gets really lucrative offers from like Apple and stuff like that.
Yeah, they must give him something. They must give him something. Like, he gets millions of views on his videos. Like, what, like a review, or like not even a review, sorry, like an opinionated video gets like 2 million views, and like he must be getting something out of it. I know that there was a giveaway he was doing. Like, I think he said Apple contacted him to like do a giveaway to give out an iPhone 11 or something like that. But I can't remember off the top of my head. But still, maybe something.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Moving on.
Yes.
Next on my list, I've got someone called Joshua Fluke.
Oh.
Joshua Fluke is somewhat similar to Coach Roadkill in the sense that he gives a lot of life advice.
Okay.
But specifically about careers. Now, also, this guy is in the same field as me, like software engineering. And he gives a lot of life advice on how can I describe it? So, right, he's got a really funny series, which I love. It's called Corporate Cringe, and he literally goes on LinkedIn and just starts rinsing companies for, like, how patronizing they can be to employees, basically.
Oh, wow. It's quite serious, to be fair.
Yeah, and, like, so this guy dropped out of his job as a software engineer, and he pursued his own goals and dreams, which is to work for himself, be a freelancer, blah blah blah. And he starts making loads of videos on that, and, you know, loads of general self-improvement stuff, like why he quit gaming to focus on this, that, and the other, or why he cut down on gaming at least. It's just like loads of small little things, but he focuses all of his stuff specifically on your career and just general life goals and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
But yeah, his main selling point for me is Corporate Cringe, and he just like rinses company. Like, for example, and just individuals as well. Like, I've worked at this place for the last 5 years of my life, and it's been the best 5 years of my life ever, and I can't believe I'm leaving, but I have to leave. It's so sad, but it's like, no, you're leaving because you didn't like it somewhat.
Just
you know?
being upfront about it.
He's very, very cynical about a lot of stuff, and that's why he's funny. So yeah, check him out.
Yeah, definitely. Right, next on my list, this Donnie's a bit different, like real different. I came across this guy by mistake in the trending page on YouTube at work one day. Yeah, obviously I'm working, I'm looking at YouTube. But basically, this guy's name is called Geoff Marshall, and he goes around on public transport and records it for the day. So he made a video that was trending about how £1 can take you from one side of Barking to, bruv, I can't even remember the other side, but it was just incredible. It was just something different. For example, like, you know, you're jumping on a bus, and with £1.60 in the space of 3 hours, you're on the other side of London. And I just found it a bit like, what? Like, do you ever see us, like, for example, going on the train? We're travelling, obviously, from, like, Wembley Park or, like, Ricky or somewhere, and we go all the way to, like, Leicester Square. That's a bit different. But, like, this guy travelled from one part of London to the other with £1.60 in his pocket on the bus, and I just found it interesting. It was something different, and he's actually quite entertaining to watch because he shows you the journey on the way, what it comes across, like, you know, angry passengers and all that stuff, things he's had to do to overcome on that journey. And
Okay, yeah, that sounds cool.
it's just something different, bro. Honestly, I couldn't believe I was watching this guy sit on a bus, but it was funny in a way. But yeah, it's just something different if you want to check him out.
I guess. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that sounds cool. I get that. Definitely get that. Next one I've got on my list is a lovely lady called Cafe Delites. I came across this woman fairly recently, actually, and in short, she makes cooking videos.
Fair enough.
And they're really good. They're very simple and easy to follow, and I've used some of their recipes.
You've been watching her, you had to cook up your meals and that, yeah?
Yeah, man.
That's cool, bro. That's fine, man. Everybody wants to learn how to make a new dish here and there, innit?
Do you know the channel called Tasty?
Tasty,
yeah.
Yeah.
The main channel for cooking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So she's similar to that.
Oh, fair enough then. That's calm.
Channel, really. Yeah, she's just really good.
Nice.
Really simple recipes, which are super tasty. So check her out for food. Good food.
Good food. I'll jump on that soon when I can. Right, my next one. Smosh. Now, I'm sure loads of people have heard of Smosh. This is probably one of the biggest YouTube channels on the net in terms of comedy, skits, podcasts. Originally, it was... I can't remember how many people. I think there was 2 guys that were running it. I can't remember the top of the names, but then one of them left to pursue something else, and one of the main guys is still running the channel. But recently, I was just browsing YouTube one night, and I came across one of their videos, again, in the recommended tab. And they've got a new series called Every Blank Ever. So, for example, one of the recent topics I watched was, Every Homecoming Ever, and it's just, literal skits all compiled together of typical situations at school for homecoming. Another one was, for example, every pregnancy ever, every new couple ever, and it was just so relatable because, of course, when we've been in those situations, we can relate to it, and it was funny to see them put a comedy twist onto it, couples getting together. You got the weird couple, you've got the stuck-up couple, and it's funny, man. It's just so funny. They're short videos. They're probably about 3 to 8 minutes long, but I'd definitely recommend them, man. They're just bloody hilarious. Some of the stuff they come up with, I couldn't believe it. But yeah, nice. they'll be in the description, so you can check them out.
Isn't Smosh the channel with 100 different channels as well?
Yeah, man. They've got Smosh in Espanol, Smash Gaming, Smosh this, Smosh that. They're big things. They're on big things.
Which one would you recommend, the main channel then?
Probably have to be the main channel, yeah, man, because...
Or Smosh Español.
Smosh en español es un poquito bien, pero no es igual como el otro. I was just saying, it's alright like the other one, but it's not the same.
Why are you flexing that you're Spanish?
Don't worry, bro. Soon come with the lessons. I got you, my JJ.
Alright, cool. What's next to my list? Oh, okay, cool. Matt Davella. Or Devalia. I can't pronounce his name. I think it's Matt Davella. Anyway. Similarly to other guys that I've mentioned in my list, this guy is purely self-improvement.
Okay.
From morning routines to how to focus on certain things, how to achieve certain things. And he does these videos as well, 30-day challenge videos.
Yes.
Where he does I did cold showers for 30 days. This is what happened. I quit sugar for 30 days. This is what happened. I had no caffeine for 30 days. This is what happened.
Oh, wow.
And the production in his videos is one of the best on YouTube. Honestly, he's really, really, really good with production. He's probably... I can sense the amount of effort that goes into his videos as well. I believe he's actually a freelance... not photographer.
Editor?
Is it videographer? I don't know how to say it.
Oh, what he records with video footage, yeah.
He records videos, yeah. What's the
yeah? It'll be video editor, videographer, I think, yeah.
Videographer, yeah. Yeah. So I can see that he comes from that background and he puts a lot of effort into his video. It's really good. He's very concise, and he gives good advice about a lot of things. So Matt Davella. I'll make sure to put it in the description because
yes.
Spelling it might be a bit tricky.
It's a bit of a stick on steel. Right. This one's a gaming channel. Their name is Pikasprey Yellow. As you can tell, they've gained inspiration from Pokemon Pikachu.
Wait, say that again.
Pikasprey Yellow.
Pikasprey Yellow.
Yeah,
Okay.
literally just bootleg name for Pikachu, basically. But
Okay.
the reason I've put them down on the list, and yes, they are a Pokemon-oriented channel, but there's one thing that this guy does that no one in the community has done, and he does challenge videos in which test the player to see if they can complete something under a certain amount of time. So for example, he's got a video where he uses, for example, like, I'm sure you guys have heard of like the original Pokemon Caterpie, for example, the weakest Pokemon in the first generation, and he calls them soft locks, which is basically starting the game with that Pokemon, trying to complete the game with that Pokemon, and then seeing if it's possible to complete the league with no other Pokemon, no items, no healthing, and like locking himself out essentially to prevent him from advancing forward in the game. And and obviously I'm a Pokemon content creator, and I've been doing Pokemon for about God knows how many years, and I've never seen anything like this, because everyone's just focused on doing countdown videos, reporting news, and this guy's just like showing a different way about playing the game. Like, many people, like, I'm sure you played Pokemon when you were younger, bro. You put a game in the cartridge and you just flip and play the game. But this guy's like setting rules, and they're really challenging. And I thought, like, if anybody wants to go back and see how their childhood game was and how you want to get it mashed up and get locked out of it, then go for it and see if you enjoy it. That's cool. That's practically it.
Nice.
Yes.
Next for me, you might have heard of this person before, Rafi. He's called London Hacks.
Oh, yes.
London Hacks. He basically sets himself challenges in London.
£1 a day, something like that, yeah?
Yeah, so the challenges basically consist around like penny pinching and living on a very small amount of money or no money at all.
Yeah.
They're really bloody challenging. Sometimes I'm like, Jesus, how does he do it? Like, I think there was a video he brought out recently, which I'm still yet to watch actually, where he's living off of stuff in garbage cans, and I'm like, what? Yeah, he just lives purely off rubbish. It's crazy, man.
What the hell?
At least that's what the title said anyway.
How is he? Well, hopefully he can get some jabs and checks just in case there's shit in there. But flipping it, I've watched his videos of when he's like living in London on £1.
Yeah, like £1 a day challenges.
Yeah, like what was the other one? And he's done one in Manchester as well. I think it was Manchester. He done one. I think it was £1 in Manchester. I can't remember. But yeah, I've seen his videos before. They are really, really challenging. Like, personally, like bro, I was at the train station day after work. I spent about £2 on like chocolate. I can't just spend £1 on a meal to live on for a day. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, shout outs to him though. Flip it out.
Yeah. I think I forgot what I was going to say about him. There was something else, but it's gone. Yeah, I don't know. It's gone. Whatever.
Remember it, bring it up again later. Cool. Yeah. Right. Next on the list for me is Kingdom Media. This guy is basically someone that reports about the music industry, and I've come across him recently. I used to watch a lot of videos about music, for example, to do with the rap and grime scenes, general music scenes in general. Like, for example, Adele and Skepta dating, like that. Jeez. No one expected that, obviously. And I found out through this guy because he made the video on it before it was announced on Twitter and stuff like that. And he comes out with some really unique stories, like, and he puts his twist on it, like, to make it a bit more entertaining. Just like, today we're going to be talking about blah blah blah. Like, for example, he made a video about Rush recently, and how this year that guy made £1 million, like, just from, you know, Keisha Becky, Gun Lean, all his songs, and it was just like, I couldn't believe it. He makes short videos about.
He made $1 million.
He's made £1 million. That is unreal, isn't it? He's made £1 million this year, and it's just
this year.
Yeah, this year. I couldn't believe it.
Oh my god! Fair play.
Literally, and he's just talking about different controversies to do with rap and grime. For example, like, there was a rapper recently who got stabbed recently. Crept, you know about Crept anyway, bro. And he recently got stabbed, and then everyone's talking about how there was a mishap with him mentioning religion in a song. Like, for example, how Jay Huss apparently, like, obviously, God forbid it happens, like, wanted to kill himself, and he just brings out the latest stories, and I think he's probably one of my go-to guys to do with the music scene.
Cool.
Yes.
Nice. Next up for me, I have got Russell Brand.
Oh, the legend.
Absolute legend in comedy and spirituality.
Yes.
And that is what spirituality, the latter, is basically what his channel focuses on now. He gives these short, incredibly heartwarming and helpful videos. It's another self-improvement channel. It's a bit of a reoccurring theme with
that's the way forward, man. That's the way forward.
And he's just brilliant. I wouldn't know how to describe him. He's just an absolute saint who just gives such incredible religious advice, spirituality advice. He's just a really top dude. It's really interesting with him because obviously he used to be a drug addict.
Yeah.
Incredibly egotistical. Incredible comedian, and he still is. But he's just transformed into this.
It's a good personality. Yeah.
He's just so cool to watch. And there are so many parts of him who I aspire to be. So, yeah, Russell Brand, man, check him out.
Like Russell Brand, still out here. It's funny you say that because the next person I was going to mention was Michael Dapper. Everyone knows about Michael Dapper now. He's made his name in the community. I was just reading his stories earlier today on the train about how, for example, he came from Council Estate, and he's just made his passion for comedy into his career now. We've got Big Shaq with flipping Man's Not Hot blowing up the internet as one of the most successful comedic songs ever. He's made his own stories called Swill, and he's been involved with a load of other projects with, for example, Chunks, aka Asney, other comedians, and a really nice guy to listen to as well. On his videos and stuff, he's quite how can I say it? He is quite inspirational and motivational towards the viewers because he wants to make them realise that, everyone's going to go through a certain saga. Well, most people go through a certain saga of their life when they're experiencing stuff with mental health, and they feel like, it's just the same old day, I can't live my dream. And he's a shining example of how he managed to change his life around, and look at him now. So yeah, shout out to Big Shaq on that one.
Cool. Yeah. Nice. I will check him out. I've never gone on this channel before. Next up for me, I've got some Paul Joseph Watson. Very controversial character. Not many people like him. A lot of people love him. Like Marmite. And he basically just reports real news.
Yes.
What the world is really like when there are stories that are put out by the news. He might just say it's completely fucking fake and say the real version very cynically.
So just straight up front.
Straight up realness, man. And again, YouTube are trying to censor him because he's very controversial. His thoughts on certain left-wing people.
I see. Okay.
He's got these. To be honest, he also releases videos which I straight away because they're really. He's really funny as well, man. Yeah. He just completely rinses people just for how stupid they can be. He basically just, because obviously a lot of stuff in society these days is so fucked, and a lot of people are just lost.
Yeah, for real.
And he basically just how do I
puts him in line or something like that, or well, not put him in line, but he just says it.
He basically just says the current state of our society.
Oh, okay.
Really funny way, but also quite depressing at the same time. He releases videos like Paris is a shithole, London is a shithole, and stuff like this. It's just, it's funny, man, because a lot of the stuff he says is so true. You know what I mean?
It just goes over some people's head and they don't think about it like that.
Yeah, and so basically he's a very kind of right-wing conservative, which, obviously, with the way the world is going, not the right person to be, but he's a very real, funny guy, man. So yeah, check him out.
Might as well. Next up on my list is the Nacy family. So for those of you that haven't been watching Strictly Come Dancing, there is a contestant in there called Saffron Barker, and the people I'm talking about is basically her brother's family, whose name is KSI Barker, and he's got a girlfriend called Nicole, and they've got themselves a lovely little daughter called Harlow, and it's basically just a young family vlogging their day-to-day life. It's quite incredible, really, because they're actually younger than us. They're about 21, 22, and they've had their first child. They're living their lives as YouTubers, and it's basically like, have you heard of the Ace family?
No.
Okay, it's basically just a family vlogging their lives and taking it day by day and showing them what happens in their daily life. And it opened my eyes a bit, because basically these guys are younger than us. They've got a child, and they're traveling to different events because they are like influencers in a way. They've got their own their own events going on as well. Casey, the father, is actually part of Cal Freezy's football team, Rebels FC, so he's doing that as well. They record videos with the sidemen here and there. It's just quite incredible to think, like, youngers, obviously parents nowadays, they can, or individuals nowadays can have children whenever they want, if they wanted to, like 18 above and stuff like that, for whenever they want to. But I found it quite interesting. I came across their channel. They're a young couple with a little kid, and they're just showing off their day-to-day life, and it was just something that was like really distinctive. So yeah,
cool. What was the name of them?
The Nacy family.
Nacy family. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, nice. Right, I've got a couple more. I've got Mike Thurston.
Yes.
Mike Thurston is a fitness YouTuber.
Okay.
Gives good advice on what to eat, what to train, what not to train, what not to eat. That's about it.
Up front, yeah.
Yeah, Mike Thurston, top guy for fitness and health. And yeah, he's a very humble dude.
Right.
Check him out.
Will do. I'll check him out. Next up on my list is Dorkly. Funny name, obviously, but it's how they are. They're just basically a nerd channel. I'm sure we've all got like this inner nerd in us that likes comics, video games, and stuff like that. But these guys, again, they grab a bunch of games and they turn them into animated skits, like the literal rendition of the game. There's sprites and everything, and it turns into comedy. Like, for example, I'll give you one off the top of my head. If Thanos lived in Mario's world, how would he be? Just like little comedic videos like that. Another one would be, again, relating to Pokemon. If Pokemon's actual entries were real, so like their Pokédex entries, for example, there's a Pokemon called Macargo. It's a lava Pokemon. It's like it breathes 32,000 Fahrenheit on the scale or something like that, and then they make a rendition of what it would actually be like. So it'd be like a burning planet and stuff. It's quite funny. It's just little skits like that. But yeah, they're another little channel to check out if you want to giggle about. And yeah, they're cool.
Nice. I will check them out. That sounds good. I've got Sky Sports Football and BT Sport on my list, right? So I've put these down just because they're so good at uploading football highlights now. Like Sky Sports Football, they never actually used to upload Premier League highlights, but now they do. And yeah, it's a bit peak for Match of the Day because
they're getting more recognition.
And the highlights are really good, and they upload them really quick as well. So yeah, Sky Sports Football. I'll say another one as well, just because that was a bit of a filler. So the last one I've got here is someone called Blue Van Man. Now, the Blue Van Man is just the most down-to-earth, working-class northern bloke you will ever see on YouTube.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like, if I were to describe an old 45-year-old man, like typical man from the Midlands.
I think I've heard of him, actually. I think I've seen a video of his.
Yeah, and he basically just does food reviews of like fast food, and he's just so freaking funny. But like, he doesn't try to be funny. That's the thing. He's just.
I think I've seen him review a kebab or something once.
Yeah. He's like, right, folks. Got this new kebab here off the A4. Just the most common English bloke you can meet, man. He's top guy though. Top guy. And Yeah, he's a very funny
Oh
guy, man.
wow, I'm just checking out his channel again, and he's even done a review on the Kraken rum, the famous Kraken.
Yeah, the Kraken, man.
Oh my days.
Yeah, but yeah,
Oh.
he's blowing up, man, because he's been on True Geordie's channel and
Yeah, and the kickoff as well. He was on the kickoff, I remember. Yeah.
yeah, but deservedly so, man. He's a top dude, and check him
Shout
out.
out, shout out him. I haven't actually got any more. However, one more creator did just spring to my mind, but I think I've just forgotten it now. Who is it? Let me see if I can remember it briefly. Is it the Ellen Show? I'll tell you what, I can't remember, but we'll bring her up anyway. The Ellen Show. We all know how Ellen is. She gets like, she's got her own talk show with some celebrities and people that are blowing up in the net, trending and stuff like that. And I think she's just a great laugh. She brings a nice character upon herself, and it's good for her to sit down and chat to individuals and not just worry about their fame for a couple of seconds and actually have a decent conversation about their lives. So yeah, the Ellen Show, really.
Cool, nice. Yeah, I've seen a few videos of hers.
Yes.
I've got one more as well, actually, just before we finish.
Yes.
Man, like the Pokey Raf, come
Oh,
on.
my bro,
I can't forget Rafi.
Oh, shout out, man. Shout out to you.
Rafi, obviously, as you guys already know, if you've watched us before, is a content creator himself, and also we said it during this podcast.
Yeah.
Does Pokemon videos. That's it, man.
That's it,
all I
literally,
can say.
man. I'm a Pokey boy. Been growing up a little bit. We're on 21,000 subs now. Shout out to everyone supporting and that. And yeah, just trying to be consistent. Obviously, work and everything gets in the way, but yeah. If you want to check me out, I'll be in the description as well.
That's the number one that you have to check out.
Oh,
That's the
my
number
God,
one.
man, love.
But yeah, that's it.
Cool.
That's it for me.
Nice one, bro. Well, that was Shout Out City, everyone. Is it my turn to do the outro? Shall I do the outro?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, cool. So, couple outro notes. We do apologise for the break. We've just been busy with our own lives, guys. We've been working here and there. There's some days that we've just come back and we're a bit tired and that, but we'll be upfront about it. We've just been busy. Couple things to take note of. We're no longer on SoundCloud anymore because it is a bit expensive.
Oh.
And it is a shame. I mean, to be fair, SoundCloud didn't really bust us that well, to be honest, man. They didn't allow us to push our content on there for the full length. And to be honest, you know what? It's probably better how we're doing it on YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify. As always, shout out Jay for pushing those on there. You can find all of our episodes on there as usual. Let us know in the comments down below some of your favourite content creators, or you can tweet us at the usual podcast snippet, and we will try to be more consistent, guys. We're going to be jumping back on Twitter and updating you guys as regularly as we can. I'm going to be pushing this onto my social media as well a little bit, so you guys can follow us on there. I think that's about it, really, bro. Anything to say before we go?
Yeah, just one thing. You know,
Yes.
there was the website that I was working on that I was looking
yes.
to check out. That's just kind of stopped, to be honest, because I think the platforms that we're on at the moment with YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify is enough. I just think a website, well, the audience we have at the moment is just not really necessary. So,
well, that's fine, to be honest. We can push it, and then whenever we're ready, we can just jump on the website, to be honest, innit? We can just jump on it whenever. Also, actually, while you're on that topic, actually, no, wait, you go. You finish first, go on.
no, I was just going to say, just remember to obviously like and subscribe to the bell
Yes.
for when we next upload.
Yeah, we appreciate that, guys. While we're here, let me quickly check what we're currently on. Live checking
Of what?
of our subs. We're on 26 subs and 511 views. That is a lot, Lifetime
Not bad.
views, we've had 511. Shout out to everyone that's supporting us.
Be sick if we get 50 by the end of the year. That'd be cool.
Yeah, fingers crossed, actually. I'm going to see if we can try and do something with that. We'll try and push as much as we can. But, yeah, thank you for bearing with us, guys. We've just been busy, and I'm sure you guys can understand that a little bit. And as mentioned before, just drop any comments down below with your favourite creators and let us know what topics you want us to cover next. And we will keep you updated on social media.
Sick.
Thanks very much for listening, guys. Have a good one, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace out, guys. See you later.
Bye.